Hey guys, what is up? Big Nukem Records here, back in with another Every CD I Own review. Today we're going to be looking at our first live album, a real long one. We're doing the Beatles live at the BBC. Kind of a cop out for a live album, but definitely one that is, I guess, iconic in a sense. You do get some like really cool stuff out of this, of course. Uh, you know, Comprising of this is a bunch of songs, including a lot of covers. I would say it's probably 50% covers. I want to say that might be a little high, but um, overall, it's a really interesting album. You get a lot of cool little like interviewee kind of stuff with the Beatles. It's really cool. I would say overall though, it's not my favorite live album of all time. Even though it has some really good songs on it, uh, and nothing really like screams me like this is bad. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. Um, Nothing screams to me like, "Oh my god, this is terrible" or anything like that. Some of the songs are really crappily mixed because of probably just because of the recordings they had to get. Some of it's really really good though. Some definitely highlights on here. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I'm not saying anything crazy here. Um, Yeah, the first side's kind of hard because it's a lot of covers, and I personally, if I want to listen to the Beatles, I want to hear less of that. But definitely, Hard Day's Night was really good. I Want to Be Your Man, pretty good. I was kind of disappointed with All My Loving. Um, Things We Said Today was good. Uh, I Feel Fine. I'm a Loser, really good. Ticket to Ride, Kansas City, and uh, Let Me Do is also very good on there. Uh, my whole it's just so many, at least for the first half, is so many covers and stuff like that. And I know it's early Beatles. I will say I'm not as big of a fan of early Beatles as later Beatles. I think from I think Beatles for Sale on is like, well, no, it's probably like Hard Day's Night on. It's like really really good. Um, but like Please Please Me Beatles, not as big a fan. I think it's good for like what it is. It's just not my style of 60s rock and roll. It's not my favorite, but overall, like they do a really good job. I think John honestly really shines in on this album. He's so good. Um, Overall, just his voice is so good. The musician aspect of it is so tight. Like I would assume if something came out about this, like you know how there's always those things like, oh my gosh, I was the real drummer of the Beatles, not Ringo. Well, I mean, if Ringo's like if it somehow came out that Ringo wasn't on these, I'd be shocked. But because nothing has come out, I would say he played really, really good on all these. And overall, like this album is super solid for 69 songs. Nice. Well, I guess it's 69. That's including some of the little in between tracks. But it is really, really fun listening to it. I will say, I feel like the second half really slows down on the little bits in there where they're talking, which I think sucks because I actually kind of like that about it because it almost feels like a radio broadcast, like you're listening to that, the whole Beatles discography played, or you're listening to like Sirius XM Beatles station. So I don't know. It's a really cool album. I think I wish it was. I wish they did more later. I know after I think it's like 60. I can't remember what year they stopped like touring really. And then of course when Let It Be came out, there was that big thing of the rooftop concert and everything like that. That was like the first time they played live in a long time. Um, but there's some really really good stuff on here. Oh, I saw her standing there. I don't know why. That's a good version. Overall, like it's really well done for a live performance. Whether how much you can say being playing for a radio station live is the same as doing a live show, a concert, or something like that. But overall, like they really sound good, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was kind of shocked at how I think that some songs I'm almost like because I'm a Paul guy. I'll say that I like probably more Wings than I like of any of the post Beatles groups. Wings is probably my favorite. Um, but I will say John really killed it on this album. It's really, really shows him having a lot of talent. And like overall, the band played. It almost sounds like it's the record for a lot of these songs. Like I feel fine. That intro sounds amazing on here. Like there's not a lot of misses on this album overall, other than I think it should. I wish it was more of their original music, which kind of takes us to that. Where do we rate this? I do like it. I do feel like a lot of the songs that are covers kind of just blended together. I'm not saying like I don't love, some Chuck Berry songs and stuff like that, but it really just kind of blended together for me. And I don't know. I don't know where to put it exactly on here. I might have to put it B for Beatles. I will say maybe I'll put it above. Maybe I'll put it above here. I think there's a lot of quality on here. It's just that mix where I don't think I can put it in. I don't think I can put it in A tier, and I don't think I can put it in C tier because there is too much quality. But I just don't think there's enough pure Beatles songs. Like I want to hear, if I want to hear the Beatles live, I want to hear the Beatles songs. You know what I mean? Like I want to hear those Lennon McCartney songs. Not, I don't know. I just like I don't need to hear, Johnny Be Good for the 1,000th time covered by someone. So it's just kind of hard. I do, like I said, I do still enjoy it. I think it's good. And I think like, because John sings a lot of those, and I think he kills it. But it just kind of is what it is for those. It's a hard one to even like review and listen. I know that is a different color picture than the one I got. I got like the more tan one, but I don't know. It's a good album. I just think it could have been better, and for what 69 tracks in 2.5 hours, it's like it's a lot to listen to, and a lot of the songs just kind of go to the wayside. I'm not thinking about, oh my god, this is a great live version of shoot, I don't want to accidentally say it wrong, but like, you know what I mean? I'll just use Johnny Be Good. It's, maybe it is a really good version of Johnny Be Good, but I just don't care that much personally. I know that's kind of me harping on the same, harping on the same thing for 5 minutes basically, but it is what it is. Overall, I think it's a solid B. I think Neil Young's like the writing on this album, just being an album itself. It's so hard to rate live albums with other albums, but trying to do that here, I think this is a good spot. I think this is a good solid spot. It's not like pinnacle of live albums. It's not like UFO's live album or something like that. It is a good solid album, just not my perfect Beatles live album, I guess. But if that's or that is all, if that's all, but that's all for today, guys. Thank you all very much. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on notification bells for more, and I will catch you in the next album. Peace.